So my story began in this little farm in Florida, and my slave owner was Sir Barrett. Every morning he comes out of his house. He comes to my house and starts to whip me. So I always in terror, always listen to him. Come out and do his dirty work. I already have everything ready. Tend to his crops. It's a hard life for me, but I have to get used to it since I'm a slave after all. But one day, I had this thought: what if I could escape from his wrath? What if there's a place where Sir Barrett cannot be? A place where I can't get whipped anymore. Like, I can have my own home. I can tend to my own crops. Have a family. These thoughts always run to my mind. But every day, it seemed like a dream. A dream that could have not been come true. But one day, I had it. I planned to escape the night, cause I heard telltale stories about someone named Harriet Tubman helping slaves have freedom by going to the north. And my plan was, I heard a country called Canada where slaves can be free. So my journey began here. And I only needed to wait until nighttime until my plan can work. I was so happy that I ended work early, and I went to my house while he started whooping me again, like always. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna escape. Later on the day, it started raining at night. That's when Sir Barrett was tired from this hot, lazy day, which he never worked anyways. So he went back to his house. I knew this was the perfect time to escape. So my plan was to go to the port of St. Petersburg in Florida to smuggle a boat. So first off, I needed food. So I went to his wagon and took mostly all his supplies. I know he's gonna get mad, but it won't matter, because I'm gonna be free, and he won't do anything about it. But one thing's for sure, I know he's gonna go after me. Bounty hunters, they call them. So, without any worries, well, I did have worries. I had doubts, but I went into the forest to St. Petersburg. It's not that far though. It was like 3 miles away from the farm where I was. After weeks of traveling, my food supply got low. I was starving. Until one day, I saw my brother. I said my greetings. He said he knew what I was doing. He was part of other slave plantation near the area. But I don't know why he didn't want freedom. Maybe he had doubts, but I didn't. I wanted to continue. He said I was crazy, that one day I will regret it. He said I won't, but maybe he will for not joining me. But it was his decision anyways. How freedom to him is hard to get. But I said, with effort, you can get freedom. If you keep on going, you will. Like Harriet Tubman. He thought about it, but he still didn't want to go with me, sadly. I told him about my great escape from my slave owner, Sir Barrett. He laughed. He can't believe I've gone so far all this time. Like, I'm about to go to New Orleans while smuggling a boat today. So we parted ways. He said good luck, and I said goodbye. I guess this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna see him again. So he went. No word to say. But I knew freedom was right near. More closer than I think, I guess. Well, that's what I said to myself. But I was already at the town of Petersburg. So I sneaked around the village or the town. I went underwater. I went in the river so I could sneak like behind all the citizens of the town. I didn't want to cause trouble. Cause if people saw me, I'm an escaped slave, bounty hunters will come here. And maybe they can make the rules stricter here in this town. So I kept going, looking out for anything that might get into me in trouble. Went under houses. It was a tough journey, you see. Holding my breath hasn't been this hard, but somehow I could do it. I was a master at it. I liked how the waves feel. It was a blue wave. I saw the dock and I went quickly to see if there's any boats available. And yes, there were. Nobody was around. So there was only one thing to do. Ride, my friend. Ride. And off to New Orleans I went. Off to New Orleans. Thinking to myself, is freedom like, what would be the cost? Like, is freedom for some people greater than others? Who knows? Like, I don't know what to think of. Cause for me, freedom was already coming. I can smell it. I can sense it. We're going. I was in the Gulf of Mexico. It took about like 2 months, I think. But on the way I went fishing and saw a few islands. and collecting some food. It was a tough journey, but I made it through. Because there was only one goal in my mind. It was freedom. And I know it was close. Even if I know I might be followed right now about any bounty hunters. But you see, they can catch me outside. It's okay. I can defend myself. I docked at a small little field near New Orleans, Louisiana. Collected some food so I can continue on to get aid from our old friend Hilda at Mississippi, the Water Valley. I got some directions from a nice from my brother Noodle. So yeah, guys, I continued. It's gonna be a tough journey. I woke up in some type of jail cell. I was scared. Didn't know what was happening. But when I looked across, I saw somebody being executed. Scary old man flicked a lever. Someone's head got chopped off. There was blood. Skeleton heads. I was scared. I was sweating. My heart started racing. Didn't know what was happening. I was scared. I saw fire. Red all over the place. It looked like an endless world, but only with this execution thing in front of me. Is this a sign, I said to myself, of my future? I was scared. Didn't know what was happening. Looked all so real. There were people here too, watching from behind. They disappeared. Didn't know what was happening. And suddenly, I woke up. Waking up, I saw I was in the house of Hilda, my good old friend. She was aiding me. She was saying that I was screaming and shouting. Like, I told her I was having a nightmare. She said, maybe you need fresh air, so we went outside. It was a nice day outside. The birds... I couldn't see any birds. There were clouds. Yes, there were clouds. She said she gave me directions to the next checkpoint. And she said good luck on my journey. Said thanks. And we parted ways there. But thinking to myself, how did she find me? Well, I guess that's gonna be a mystery. In the next following few weeks, from Mississippi Water Valley, I started to take my journey to Nashville, Tennessee, but I ended up in one of my stops. I ended up at the cave at Black Warrior River, Alabama. I camped there for a few days to regain some strength and stamina. Since I walked a long way to get here so far. Well, I needed to stop because I was kind of tired and I couldn't push myself that much further. Even if I know there are people out there looking for me. I was thinking to myself about freedom. How some people really don't have a chance to get it. Like, I've heard of during the few towns I passed, abolitionists trying to, like, stop this slavery. I really do support him. But who knows if you can trust them? Who knows if they're one of their people who just get to escape slaves and sell them off to the bounty hunters to get our profit. Who knows if you can trust people today? But I met some people who I can trust so far in this journey. Freedom really is something hard to get. During this long journey, I ended up finally going to my destination, Nashville, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, and I saw a farm there which had plenty of crops to satisfy my hunger for noodles, which I am going to make noodles out of these crops. Yes, they're gonna be the most delish noodles one I've ever tasted before. And it was gonna satisfy my hungry tummy again, as I say so. And I know this is maybe selfish of me, but yeah, one needs to survive in this journey, right? And these crops were laying around, and one needs to get them, right? So, while thinking greedy of myself, I knew my next aid or like stop will be Jamster, who is in Lexington, Kentucky, which is gonna take a few more weeks, cause here it took like 4 weeks to get here. It was a long trip from Nashville, Tennessee, but it was worth it. So I continue, but I planted back the seeds because I'm a good person like that. And I continue on my journey, my rough journey of getting freedom. Well, so I continue. For now. After a few more weeks of traveling, I got to Kentucky, Lexington, to find my friend Jumpster. Hello. He gave me supplies and some knowledge of how to get to Canada, which is my dream goal. Oh, yeah. He gave me a bunch of supplies. He told me that if I continue, freedom won't be that far. He was a good friend. He was a free slave from Virginia, and he said his life was going well. As well, he was starting to think of having a family, which is one of my goals in life when I get to Canada. So we talked about our like adventures and our like experiences. He says freedom is nice, that I should continue on going. And I said thank you and my blessings, and I went. My next destination was India Kathmandu to get a job. Finally, I made it at Kathmandu, India, which is a free state. And I ended up at that town, and I ended up wanting to find a job, looking and searching the whole day until a nice lady from a local store hired me to be working at her store. I stayed there for like few weeks, like 5 weeks, somewhere like that. It wasn't that long, but I earned enough money to get a living. Well, at least get a boat from at least to pay a ship at Michigan gone in a few weeks from now. So yeah, so I ended up staying there. It was a good business. I'm not a lie. It was a good business. We sold a lot of stuff like noodles. Yes, noodles. We sold a lot of noodles. Okay? Yes, noodles. Noodles was life at this town. So yeah, so until I said my goodbyes and blessings for the nice lady for hiring me, and she was very sad too. So yeah, so I departed. I never. Maybe fate will see us again until maybe other day. Oh, who knows? My day was approaching. I knew I was very close to freedom. I only needed to buy a ship from Michigan, in which I was heading right now. It was a peaceful day, you see. Not much, but only excitement in my heart of knowing my freedom is so close. I just can grab it. Not grab it, just sail to it. So, I went to my boy Henry at Michigan, Michigan, and I brought a boat from him. He was a free slave as well. He said good luck on my journey. Said thank you and hope he can join me, but he said no, he has good business here. It's like okay. And I gave him a little bit of noodles too. So now I having my boat. Now I can finally go to Canada. I think I can. Or was this?
Lies! Nothing but lies! We have evidence! Which this is. Spit it out! You're gonna die anyway!
Okay, I'm sorry. I know this whole story was a lie all along, and I shouldn't trust you, Henry, or aka Sir Tom. But yes, I know it's a lie. Doodle was my brother, and he did went with me, and I killed him. And the store lady, Loof, I did kill her too. Everyone I killed in my journey. Hilda, Jamster, Sam, Ruth, everyone I killed. I know I was not supposed to do it, but I couldn't trust him. Can't trust people today. Trust people like you, Sir Tom.
You're gonna die today.
I don't care. I did the right thing. I saved others from those liars. Screw them! Sir Tom, how could you?
You're sentenced to death because you killed your slave owner. You killed 5 people. Have any last words?
Yes, I would like to have a bowl of noodles, sir. Please.
People, should this man die or live?
Kill him! No, screw you guys! No! My friends, was a tragic story of a noodle that couldn't. The end. Okay, class, we're gonna learn about the noodle tail mileage. So yeah, guys, we're gonna start is when the noodle slave noodle went to St. Petersburg from Lake Oklahoma. It took him 125 miles, and in his next stop, which was St. Petersburg to New Orleans, it was 473 miles, and to New Orleans to Water Valley, Mississippi, it was 333 miles, .7, and Mississippi Water Valley to Black Warrior River, Alabama. It took him 178.2 miles. And from Black River Valley in Alabama to Nashville, Tennessee, it took him 261 miles. And then from there, really take a breath. Okay, class. We're gonna learn about beacons today. Just kidding. Screw beacons. We're gonna continue with our story. So, okay, guys. To Nashville to Tennessee. Nashville to Mexican to Kentucky. Kentucky, yeah. It was 209.6 miles. Second to last. Mexican to Kentucky to Kamamaru, India. It took him to 222.3 miles. And lastly of all, Kamamaru, India to Waukegan, Michigan. It took him 201 miles. Okay, class, I hope you learned something new today. You always do. I hope you always forget to bring your noodles to class. And class dismissed. I need a vacation. Oh wait, I forgot to turn off the lights. Okay, class dismissed. Sir Barrett was a slave owner and he would noodle a lot. Peace. Make noodles great again.